don't know about that clock back there, but we're not waiting on anybody, right? Okay. All right, and I'd like to say the pledge of allegiance first. Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Monteleone,
Here.
Mr. Neusling,
Here.
Mr. Vandery,
Here.
Mrs. Summers. Here. Mr. Buck. Mrs. Howard. Here. Mr. Caldwell
Present.
and Alderman Brocken.
Here.
You have a forum.
I, reading of the minutes from last meeting,
That was good. I think so.
Yeah. We don't have copies, so.
oh, okay, so,
There were none in your packet?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, no.
Oh, I apologize. They should have been in there. I remember printing them.
Nope.
Members of the last meeting? Oh. Nope.
Anyway, I guess we'll kind of table that until, we have a chance to look at those. Is there anybody,
Have you signed in?
No, we did not.
Please sign in.
all right, there's no comments, any reports? Okay. Well, then we'll go to new business, and, the first one and only one is the amendment to the text of the zoning code, section 405.337 A to C, relating to hours of operation of marijuana dispensaries.
Just introduce myself and Paul Rockers. I am the Director of Compliance for the code store that is here in your town. With me is Lucas Touche. He is one of our other Directors of Compliance. We're here today, this evening, to just request an extension of the hours of operation that you currently have in your ordinances to allow us to be able to maintain the same level of service that we've provided to our customers at the current location. The hours of operation we have there are from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. And so, in order to maintain that service that we've been providing at the times and availability for customers to come to the location, we would like to be able to offer those same hours of operation. The other thing that we looked at was within a 5-mile radius, the other dispensaries that are in the area, I think 3 of the 5 have hours of operation until 10 p.m. as well. And so we just want to maintain a competitive, not lose a, competitive advantage or disadvantage by having to lower our hours and force our customers to potentially go other places if the hours that we won't be able to be open would interfere with when they would be able to purchase. So those are.
Had those hours changed at your existing facility since you presented this one to the new facility?
No.
No.
And the plan is too, that, we are gonna be moving this Thursday morning to the new location, is when we're planning on moving.
Derek, can you make a comment?
Well, the zoning code that you've adopted, which is the marijuana dispensary code, requires the hours of operation on the left that you see. Monday through Friday, 9 to 9, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 6. So as a result, the applicant would have to ask for a text amendment to your zoning code. So basically, you're amending your code.
Okay.
Tonight, you're having discussion for a recommendation to the board.
All right, anybody, and then, yes, sir.
I recommend we approve this.
I second.
Motion's been made to approve it and
Second,
and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed?
so then you're recommending approval
Yeah,
to
at
the
the hours
board,
that they.
to the board of aldermen.
Text
To the board
amendment.
of Aldermen.
For recommend text amendment to the board of aldermen.
Right,
And then the board of aldermen will,
they'll decide.
correct. At the board of aldermen meeting, which is in
August 17th.
August 17th.
Yes, regular, wherever. If you
Okay.
let her know that they got recommended to approve to go to the Board of Aldermen on August 17th, okay?
Excellent,
Same room, same
Okay.
time,
perfect.
okay?
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
I think that was a record.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
So now we're done to unfinished business, continuation of the
It's only an hour.
on a comprehensive plan.
It's been a while since you guys have looked at this plan, so it is a good idea for you guys to look at it again. To determine if you would like any changes.
Right, and I submitted, my changes, last month to,
Well, there would be a discussion right now for all of you to, recommend, change. Does this go to the board of aldermen? Oh,
The comp plan is solely your prerogative.
yeah, we don't have to
Now, what
have
we,
the board of aldermen at all.
what you would do is, once we got any and all changes put together, we would put a final updated draft together for you to approve by resolution, and then you would send a copy to the board of aldermen saying, just so you know, here's the new comp plan.
Okay.
I was gonna ask Teresa, do we have a, list of recommended changes over the years that we kept? Or,
Action item.
Like, due to the census, that kind of information.
Yeah, that part I already had, I got that information from East West Gateway, and so that part I've already updated. That's why it has the 2020 and beyond numbers.
And have you updated the verbiage like you usually do?
I didn't update, I updated anything that had to do with the demographics and that information, but I did not touch anything else because that's up to you.
Oh, it seems like other times we've had things where you said, hey, people aren't really saying this anymore, they use this
Oh, yeah,
term.
well, yeah, it was really more like I highlighted that one section about, Lynn Ferry. That's always been a discussion as to whether it's ever really gonna be that cute little
Destination.
destination where people have coffee shops and walk up and down, or is it gonna be people selling tires?
It seems like all the shops or businesses that are there, you have to get a special request or whatever to go into it. It's not like you can just walk up and go in. There's a lot of it like that. So,
So, they can stay saying what it says, or you can recommend changes or whatever, but looks like Gary's got a few thoughts.
Yeah, I know I had, mentioned something we used as an example before, for our own neighborhood, Yuma Place, we've always had that the stated goal was to open up Yuma Place and Yuma Drive. And I said, the neighborhood's been there 29 years now, which is stunning. And anytime this has ever come up, it's like, well, Green Park isn't gonna flip the note for that, it's gonna be developed. And that's fine, I could care less. But it seems like my point was, going through this, is that something that realistically should be part of the vision? And is that what we're looking to do,
Yeah,
kind of thing?
has that vision changed, or is that still, well, if money was no object and whatever, then, and it wasn't completely straight up hill?
Right, well, Derek just
Build a
talked about
bridge,
that before, that
connect.
the distance and the rate of decline.
Plus, it's
is-
private property, so you'd have,
Well, there's that too.
so there's no public property, it's too steep. You would have to connect to a private road that is in horrible condition. And so you would have a lot of issues for it
But
to be
again,
public.
The issue isn't how, can it be afforded? The issue is this something that we should keep on our radar, that someday if we can figure this out, we're gonna do it?
Yeah, I remember talking about the Lynn Ferry thing, making fun of it, saying, that it's gonna be this walkable destination. It's like, hell, maybe we could put in that we're gonna have a gondola go across Lindbergh to Borough Park too. Let's put that in there. Is it really something that,
Right.
That's a really good idea, Dave.
how about, well, let's put it in there, but,
You take out the metro link.
so I'm trying, I guess I'm just trying to get at it, is this really realistic, or, hey, it hasn't happened for 29 years, maybe the next quarter, we can get it to happen. That's my point.
The only one that's not realistic anymore is Lynn Vale connection to Lindbergh Business Court because of the development at the end of Lynn Vale.
Yeah.
You can no longer make that connection.
Yeah, it seems to me that this should be more of a document of how we had the guy in here last month about he wanted to convert, right, that house to residential. I mean, that to me seems to be what more of the focus of this should be, more than a gondola crossing.
Well, is it realistic to, include anything about the Metro Light Rail anymore?
I wouldn't think
I
so.
don't think they're talking about Metro.
Yeah, and that's his point. I mean, I mean, it's.
The Lake Hilditch for St. Louis City, from north to south, it's gonna be bus. So I don't anticipate anything coming out here.
It seems to me that since we adopted it the last time, we've used it specifically 2 times. The used car place that wanted to move in where, yeah, right, and we literally adopted this the month before and said either it means something or it doesn't, to have a standalone used car. And then also those people along Lindbergh, or Green Park that have the abandoned lot.
Right.
Right, and that, and then,
He wanted it to be industrial.
right,
Right.
right, you said, yeah, you're not there for 6 months or whatever, well, that's part of our code, we're playing, but the code and the plan sort of work together then.
There's no for sale center or anything on that. I don't know what happened with that.
So far, taking out 2.3.4 about the Metro Link. That's all, that part I know for sure. The gondola I can't take out, it's not there. If you wanna take out the part about, the realigned Yuma Drive, we can certainly do that. 2.3.1.
I literally was just saying that as an example of something that should that meaningfully be in after 29 years.
I know, and that's what I'm literally trying to figure out from the commission, whether anybody wants to keep that in there as an idea that should happen, or is it just like?
I would say we have not had a meaningful discussion of developing that
Yeah.
in 29 years.
That's why it still looks the way it does.
Yeah. So I would argue something like that should be the kind of thing we should say, hey, should that still be in there? Is that even meaningful?
I mean, if you meaningfully wanted to do that, what you'd have to do is kind of change that zoning over there from residential to some kind of a second tier commercial, and then say you're gonna allow commercial all the way down to the end of it, and then
Yeah.
you might get a redevelopment. You might even get a Home Depot, who knows?
Yeah.
But that's what led to this whole thing
Right.
being zoned residential in the first place.
Well, Joe may remember this, may remember this, that I think there was some discussion initially that somebody might put in, like, almost like senior living.
That was back in '08, I believe.
Right, and then, yeah, right, but it was still, the case to them was like, what benefit to them would be to build out that road, was the,
Right.
I mean, we could ask them to do it to Gondola too, I mean, what the hell?
Well, that actually would be better, because that ravines, so that could actually, yeah.
Marry the two together.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but
Yeah, why not? Why
there's very nice high wires up there that you could just hang the gondolas on.
How about a zip line?
Yeah.
No, that's how we could go cheap, yeah,
Well,
zip line.
this is our dream document, so.
Dream big or go home.
Good idea, Derek, good, excellent.
You know what,
If you're gonna make it a
skiing,
destination, you're gonna need a hotel.
when it snows, it's a good ski slope.
Yeah.
Could be the Green Park Hidden Valley.
But in terms of the process of this, obviously Gary submitted something, but should we take this home as homework and then submit ideas?
Oh, I thought that was what we were doing the last several months.
Yes.
I still wanted to go home with someone.
That's what you started about a year ago.
Right, October it says on the document.
Take that out, take
So we
out the
failed.
Metrolink.
My idea of zip line, it was not realistic, so don't bring that back, please.
But yeah, if you wanna take
Or Hidden Valley.
Gary's notes and hear what Ann's notes were from her that she wanted to talk about last time that didn't get a chance, we can go through that, and then, I don't really expect that we'll finish it, we were even gonna get it finished tonight, I just thought we could at least start getting something that I could bring back next time that's a little closer to what you want, so there. I already know I can take out 2.3.4, so that'll save some paper there. And any other time it mentions Metro.
Has there been discussions about, what's everybody talking about now,
Data center?
the data centers?
We haven't had any talk about that, and I don't know how much space is left in Commerce Center
For data center?
Yeah.
No,
you could, at best it'd be one of the micro data centers that you get, which I don't know how interested they would be in that.
I already thought we had one down there because I always hear it talking all the time. And I swear it's coming down from there somewhere. So I always thought we had one down there.
Yeah, I wonder, maybe it's what's that truck guy that's down there?
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, maybe they got diesels running all the time,
I do hear.
because they're working on them all the time down there.
I thought the train, Metrolink, was supposed to bring a casino boat into the lake at Green Park Commerce. Wasn't that a discussion at one time?
That was
Why is Derek here?
that was a flying rabbit,
Was it flying
yeah,
rabbit?
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
As someone who lives very close to a Metrolink, let me tell you, what really happens.
So I guess I'm looking at this and saying that if there's aspirational things, then presumably as a city, we should be working toward this. Right? Like, again, looking at 2.3.1, access to the residential area north of Southtown Farm should be via Coors Lane or Green Park Road. It hasn't been for 29 years. What are we doing to make that a reality? Or should it not be?
Well, the reality would be more of a private development
Well, no, I'm just
than a public development.
talking, there's a lot of things we can write here. Should we be writing things in here that we're working toward taking concrete actions, and if we're not, should they even be in there? I don't know, I'm not the authority on this, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, and the Lynn Ferry,
Yeah, I mean, have we done anything to make that a walkable destination location?
we've talked about it.
Well, yeah,
We put in an ice cream shop.
Well,
And it is, and if, when Derek has his way and gets all the financing and stuff, then the curbs, gutters, sidewalks, all that's gonna go in. So it's possible that it could still be more that way, and the road could actually, during that process, be redesigned and not be such a, well, it would just be designed to be more of, you could have parking on there or some kind of, you could figure all that stuff out. So that one's not really pie in the sky, it's possible, it's always been,
That's more walkable now than it's ever been, because you've got sidewalks along Tesson
right,
all the way up to, all the way up to Lindbergh.
Right.
And there are a lot of people walking on that, along that route, now that the sidewalks are there.
and the discussion was to approach possibly the government, and get federal grants for that improvement.
Yeah,
but then that's an example of what I'm talking about, is that's
But we don't
aspiration,
have
and
a-
we're doing something about
But
it.
we never came to a final conclusion of what to do there.
I mean, we only have so much land that we can work with as the city, right?
Well, we have right of way, so then.
We have right away. So, I mean, for instance, can you make Linville a one-way street? Going from Lindbergh to 21 and put parking slots along it so that you can make it a walkable thing, or?
I don't think the stores there are really all that.
Well, they aren't right now, but
Seems like right now, it seems like everybody is a drive-to destination.
Right.
And not a walking destination, so you would have to come up with more walking, shops.
Yeah.
So, but like, you're not gonna walk to get tire rims, tires,
Go get your haircut,
right,
get your window tinted and get a drug test or something out in the street.
and get an ice cream cone,
Right.
and then maybe get some Botox on the way out.
Right.
Nails done.
Well, you can get an ice cream at Botox now.
Yes, you
I mean,
That's,
Yeah.
but that's really not a little veil either.
We need the bicycle sticks. No, we don't, because we would get a bunch of, those bicycle, it would be selling e-bikes. Yeah, we don't want e-bike sales.
I see them going up and down the park a lot, e-bikes,
Which parking lot?
over in the park,
In the park, yeah,
yeah.
as long as they stay in the park. A lot of times they stay on Green Park Road,
Well, that's true too, I've seen them go together.
and that's when the police gets involved.
This means nobody has helmets on.
And they're all younger, and parental control seems to be lacking.
People would have said if they had to have helmets, it's not a good idea. Kids should wear helmets all the time. Not these kids, so. Anybody hear that loud explosion the other night, by the way, from the park?
Explosion.
Yeah, I called the 911 immediately, because there was a huge puff of smoke, 2 cars came zipping out. And we all stood there and said,
Which
right, around
when,
Snyder Park, it was,
Were you
Snyder.
here? Were you in your house or?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
not the Green Park Commerce. So
No,
Schneider
no,
Park.
it
So
was-
somebody
Didn't
had
you guys
some,
go over to the park the other night? Cause I called about that
That was-
explosion.
We may have,
Yeah, I mean, there were 3 of you guys' cars and the fire department came
was
because I
that
said,
leftover fireworks?
I don't know, it wasn't fireworks or anything, it was
Homemade
big,
M80s?
maybe. And they didn't, the police and the fire department didn't stay long, because we all stood out there waiting for them to at least come by and say, did you hear that? And they all went back, so, but it was loud. And this is the second one I reported, somebody else did one too, it wasn't big like this though, so, they're,
is it inside the park?
You said a car went
Yeah, two cars came driving out after the,
really fast.
well, not too fast. Last
Yeah.
time it was real
We
fast.
should
but
add
they
something to
came-
complain about this.
Yeah, so, I thought they put those
no
gates up, maybe
explosions
they
in
were.
the
No explosions in Green Park.
Alright, so, anyway,
Okay, that's not-
anyway.
On this acreage that says needs updating, who does,
What
does needs updating for the acreage
acre?
on the last page? I don't know
Sorry.
who does the updating.
I had done one where I updated the street list, because we added streets and they were on there, like Clydesdale Manor, and, what's the one across here? Across from the fire station, and I should say, Antigo. So there were some streets that we added that,
Yeah, I just noticed that it needs updating, but I didn't. There's the meeting on the last page.
I see what you're saying, single family land use. So yes, Clyde, well, since we didn't change the zoning map, so. Trying to think of it, so if the zoning map didn't change, I would say the acreage should not accept roads, just the streets they put in, that would probably change.
When was this one here chart made?
I'm sorry?
The chart that we're looking at that needs to be updated, what, is it from 2008 or 2000?
13 probably?
13?
Okay.
2013?
So I'm looking at the land use and the acreage. I don't think the zoning map changed for single family or multifamily or commercial, industrial, cultural, recreational, so vacant, architectural, so I would say roads. Couple of new subdivisions, like I said, the one across, from Antigo, so
Right.
that would be one, and then,
EG or whatever.
right, and then the other one is, Clydesdale Manor Clydesdale Manor on Coors. So then that, we had pavement on that. I gotta see on 13 was, did we already have Cedarberry in 2013? I would have to see. So if Cedarberry was already in when we did this plan, then but we would have to add probably just roads, acreage, based on those two streets that we had.
Clydesdale Manor's the only neighborhood that's been added since this.
Right, but the zoning map had it as residential, so
Yeah.
it stayed residential.
Right, no, I know,
It would
it's the
just
same
be,
property line.
so,
And Paul, on section 3.0, there's some reference to Metro Library too. If that's gonna come out in that other section.
Yeah.
so yeah, niche lane, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's the second time it shows up.
And then demographic data in that table, that's the one that you already
Right,
updated, okay.
right.
In the changes that I submitted already, I kept the verbiage with Lindale because nobody said anything, but, and there were some changes that we already did, so I tried to include them on the maps that I put in there. And then the one line of properties over on Green Park where the guy has 3 properties in a row and they're single family, I said, I mean, we already have, multifamily behind the nursing home along Coors. Yeah, and the little area next to that is the highway department, and we eventually, if they're gonna be out of there, that's gonna be multifamily. So I just made those other 3 lots multifamily.
Well, they are, single family right now.
That's right.
The only multifamily we have would be the apartments.
The what?
Right.
The apartments.
He's just saying future, his vision for those lots is multifamily.
Okay.
So the future map doesn't mean you have to change the zoning, it just means that's what.
Right.
If somebody came in and asked, we would be able to point to this and say, yeah, that is our plan.
Right.
Multifamily.
Did you mention county out?
What?
Did you mention county yard area becoming multifamily?
He shows that on his map, yes.
Yeah.
What was their response?
Well, Derek, it's a future, this is visioning. You don't go kick people out tonight and say, you gotta go. It's like, we're just letting the county know, like we've told them a million years, you don't really fit in the middle of our city. So whenever you got somewhere else to go,
Yeah.
but when you do leave,
This is what it's
multifamily.
gonna change. to.
Right.
And they could take their tower with them.
Yeah. So, but on those 3 lots over along Green Park, that guy, I don't know how many months ago, he came in and said, you know, they want to make all multi-family things.
Yeah.
So I say just change it, and that's where a lot of our multi-family
His,
properties are, so.
well, his goal was to stay, plant light industrial. That's where the money's at. He didn't have to go multifamily. But
There was
multi,
another guy though, that you'll recall was wanting to have it.
yeah, that was kind of a
Yeah.
backup plan.
Well, but the guy that currently owns all that over there, he said he's gonna, go back to just getting somebody to go in the single family things that he has. Well, there's only one house over there.
Well, I think he wanted to go in and use it as multifamily like it, or, I'm sorry, PLI like it was. That was his goal, is to get somebody in there and
Oh.
keep it PLI,
Okay,
but that did not work out. So yeah, multifamily, I think that's a good vision.
Can't see how they put it with just a house.
and then, I guess the other thing that I changed was what was in, green over by the floral,
Floral
forward. You know, where we wanted to put multifamily things in there, I just went back to leaving it as single families. Because that's what's over there now. There's a house with, a beekeeper is there.
If there's any kind of multifamily development, on that property right along Coors there, the people in, Ronnie Hills are gonna raise hell. They're in here frequently complaining about the traffic now.
Oh, okay.
And the vehicle traffic and the trucks and whatever. And there's no good answer to, you know, to what they want solved. Shutting the thing off and having, you know, they surely wouldn't vote for making that private property and they all pay for the streets and whatever, which would do what they want to do. They want one entry, one exit, so they don't have cut through. And they'd be in here with pitchforks, I think, if we tried to suggest that there'd be a multifamily development on, you know, that would immediately access that area, what is it, what's the street there?
Patsy,
Patsy, yes, that connects in. So. Proceed at your own risk.
Again, David, there has been discussion for 30 years to do something for all of that traffic. Cut through traffic, as they say.
Well, is that an issue that we need to try and solve?
I don't know if you can solve it,
Right.
but you can discuss it. And I agree with, Mike, yeah, the Patsy, Ronnie Hills people would have a huge negative response to adding any more traffic through Patsy.
On the future map, Gary, would you say light blue for the swim school area on St. John's Church?
Yeah.
Is that light blue like institutional or light blue like light industrial business?
I can't remember what that piece of property was. Is that the swimming?
Yeah. And I saw that you had put light blue and I'm just trying to figure out. There's two kind of light blues on this thing, so I'm figuring out, first of all, which one, and then second of all, why?
Light industry and business, and then institutional, public, and semi-public?
The swim school is commercial and so is the dealership behind all these commercial.
What?
Commercial.
Behind all these?
I believe swim school is still commercial. We
It
did,
is, that's why, I mean, this
So-
isn't a zoning map, but yeah, it's. I can
so
see
you
why.
would think that commercial stops right at, St. John Church. but it does not. Commercial goes one business past St. John's Church Road.
Because there used to be an Aldi.
Sounds like it used to be all.
Well, Casa Gallardo was there, and then Aldi's was at the swim school. And then Aldi's sold it to swim school, and then Aldi's moved in where Casa is right now.
Right.
So that's why it was commercial, because Aldi's was there.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out which light blue you're referring to. I'm assuming light industrial business, not the institutional public, semi-public.
Right.
But because it's a pool and a swim school, I was making sure you weren't considering it a school, and so therefore you.
Oh, no, it's not, yeah.
Okay, so extend what is on Lindbergh Business Court down to that corner is what you're saying.
Right. Oh, yeah. First time had to be brown and that other,
Yeah, I agree.
the other one, I can't remember what it is, but that long oblong thing, that had to be brown also. So yeah, that's the only changes that I made.
All right, I'm gonna put some of Gary's things in for people to look at next month and make a few other changes or next month or whenever.
Right,
But that's your homework.
the thing that I put in, I started off, since we're more concerned about residential people, so I started off, the old one doesn't start off. Burlington, the old one, 2.2.2, the Burlington Northern Railroad right-of-way should serve as a demarcation line and buffer between future residential properties to its northwest and light office commercial uses to the southeast. Anyway, I started explaining what our single-family areas are in more detail than we had before, and then went on beyond that, I guess. So yeah, I guess make whatever changes you think, and we can talk about it again. Who knows?
Good ideas.
It always seems to happen when we have somebody else, another issue with it.
Somebody reminds us of our issue. Yeah, the things we should say. Yep.
I guess we should thank the college people.
The other times we've had you guys think about it as signs, when we had, 10, 15 years ago, when we had, fast foods and the billboards,
Oh, yes.
menus, I'm sorry, menu signs, were getting more elaborate. And then we've had, other signs to entice you into the menu.
Right.
So we had to overhaul our sign code slightly to add new generation of fast food signs.
Yes,
And then we had a discussion about the billboards with the digital billboards and
Right.
adding, subtracting. Get one digital board and you gotta eliminate regular.
In particular, the three that are along, Green Park Road going over to Union.
Yeah, they had to eliminate some signs just to get.
Right.
Eliminate one and get one.
And I don't know what you do about those, currently residential properties along Green Park Road, Union, they're on the,
Right side,
yeah, the right side.
they're well, it's non-conforming, but since, as Paul said previously, if they continuously use it as residential for 30 years, then I believe we allowed them to stay. You can't just kick somebody out.
Oh, no, right.
Change your map, so,
But
Well,
as,
it's got a new roof and new siding.
as for
Wow.
what you want in the future, if they happen to leave,
or turn it into a business.
yeah, that's what we would want to do.
Well, there is one that is currently vacant.
It's,
Vacant?
oh, it is? Oh, okay.
I think that's the one that had the couch in front of it for about one.
Oh, yeah.
The couch is now gone.
The one closest to the creek,
No, the one farthest away from,
but they just, that was in terrible shape, but they,
That's the
Improved
the
a
new,
lot.
yeah, the new one.
I believe they're gonna-
There's actually
Big
four
residential.
houses back there, isn't there?
Yeah,
what's that?
Continue using it as
Oh,
residential.
Yeah.
If it's, you know,
No, but last month, the guy that wanted to change,
That was Old Green Park Road.
Old Green Park Road, yeah, and he wanted residential, we didn't, I wasn't here, so.
it's PLI district.
Oh.
So remember, Wilson Manufacturing next to Wilson were like 4 or 5 residential homes. Wilson bought all those out and then developed it as plant line industrial. On the other end, you've got some old homes that were turned into businesses, just like on Yuma behind.
Oh, yeah,
So turned it into businesses, but didn't continue with their occupancy permits. So you didn't know what was there. I didn't believe there was a guy that was at a landscape company of some sorts and storage. So if it switches from residential, true residential to a business, then you no longer have that residential, I guess, protection.
So he wanted his friend to live there.
And all of those lots along Yuma are non-conforming use. So they were residential and they turned it into a business.
it's been a while since I drove all over the places.
And that's and Joe, we have some of that, pavement failure that you mentioned off of Yuma. Matthew was out there, so it's asphalt, concrete. In the area that failure you have belongs to Taco Bell. So when they developed Taco Bell and Golden Corral and, Dairy Queen, Taco Bell took over that section and there's a strip that goes all the way to, all the way to Florida. And that is, pavement failure, and I believe it's subgrade problem, so that it's private. The concrete part was the new driveway for Golden Corral because nobody wanted to, improve. All the rest of the residents, business owners did not want to, contribute money to improving Yuma Drive private. So they opted to build their own private driveway to access their properties. So, I believe we're gonna contact, is it Taco Bell?
Yes.
To tell them that they have a subgrade issue and possibly a public safety issue, but they would have to make that repair.
Motion to adjourn.
I think we have miscellaneous. I think miscellaneous is still on here.
what's that roadway? It's just a gravel road, I think, that goes into those three properties along, Green Park that the guy wanted
That's a private driveway for the guy behind.
to the guy behind, right?
Viola?
Pine Hill, Pine Hill.
It's
Pine Hill.
Yeah.
So before you get to Cedarberry subdivision, there's a road. There's a gravel driveway. And that
I wouldn't
is,
call it a road.
it's a gravel driveway for that resident in the back.
Right. And apparently they use it because of active people back there.
Well, that's their only access, so they have to use it.
Right.
They have no other access. So it's basically a flag lot, is what they call it. You've got a driveway, long driveway to your
It's got
lot.
2 acres back.
Huh?
It's got 2 acres back.
Um,
Right. My friend is her cousin, that's why we know about it. It's in this family. Okay.
He's done some improvements back there. Very nice, I think. I have not driven back there.
He owns it floor and more, and he wanted to actually buy those lots, and put his
Yes.
storage there. Guess he didn't do it in time, so
Well, it's residential, so,
now, yeah, that's what he thinks.
so he could buy it, but it's residential.
Right, right, I think that was the problem. Should have done it immediately before when the guy went to move.
Well, no, it was residential since the city incorporated, so the city didn't come up with it.
Ann's right, if they would have kept the
1995.
industrial use going, they could have kept it going, but they didn't. They let it lapse.
On
They can't
on
start
Green Park coming up right from Passat Ferry on the right is the street called Viola.
Well,
Is that
that,
a private?
it is.
It's about 2 lots there.
It's private. It's, yes, 2 or 3 lots, correct. You're correct.
Moved that line on the 2 lots one time for that one years.
Yeah, they wanted, boundary adjustment. Because I believe the lot line was going through the building, possibly,
They
or?
built a house after that.
Well, they built the house, then they came in and said, hey, we need to adjust this lot line. Yeah,
Probably 30 years.
or was it a rundown building that they rehabbed or something like that?
I will second Mike's motion to adjourn.
Did we do miscellaneous?
You're not the chair, Derek. That's the chair's job. You just let him run.
This yellow thing that you have on your zoning code for the marijuana regulations, that's how it's gonna read.
That's what it did read.
Hours of operation.
I don't know, I didn't put that in there. How it's gonna read is hours of operation, all sales or distribution of marijuana and any other product sold to the
Oh, no,
public
I'm
through a
sorry,
marijuana dispensary facility shall occur
Only
only,
you're gonna change the hours.
yeah, 9 AM to 10 PM Monday through Saturday and 9 AM to 8 PM on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah,
But we'll change it after or the.
Well, yeah, if they.
it's gonna be in an ordinance,
Right.
just like that. That's what it says, sneak peek.
Well, I make a motion we adjourn.
Do you have miscellaneous there?
Oh, do we have any miscellaneous?
I don't think so.
Motion to adjourn.
Jim?
Second that.
It's been motioned and seconded and we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
There we go.
I have 7:54.